Hey, Skywalkers! Welcome back to Today in Star Wars History!
Your daily Star Wars history lesson.
On this day, October 11th in 2016, Disney-Lucasfilm Press releases the young adult novel Star Wars Ahsoka by E.K. Johnston.
After the Siege of Mandalore, Ahsoka Tano goes into hiding and takes the name Ashla in order to stay ahead of the Empire and the Jedi-hunting Inquisitors, who are scouring the galaxy looking for rebel sympathizers and Jedi. She flees to the outer rim moon of Raada, which is falling under oppressive Imperial occupation. Now, Ahsoka is burdened with staying under the radar or fighting to protect her new friends and their families.
All right, let's take a step back here. What does Ahsoka call herself now? What's her new alias?
Ashla.
Where have we heard that name before?
Well, we've definitely heard it a couple times in Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah. Bendu, the Force-sensitive being that Kanan went to go seek guidance from, well, he called the light side of the Force Ashla.
Mm-hmm.
And what did Zeb's species, the Lasat, what did they call the Force?
Ashla.
Ashla. So, Ahsoka, maybe this isn't the best name to use when going to hiding. Did you take a cue from Obi-Wan? I'm going to go into hiding on Tatooine. I'm going to call myself Ben Kenobi.
Kenobi, yeah.
No one will ever piece that one together. But you know what? I appreciate the inside nod from E.K. Johnston.
Yes. Now, the Ahsoka novel, this is the first time we really got to be inside Ahsoka's head. And I loved that aspect of it. You know, we'd formerly seen her in the Clone Wars series, and she's mixed with all the other Jedi, and not all the episodes are about her. So it was really cool to have the focus solely on her. I loved that. And this book also serves as a great connection between the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, because when this book came out, well, all we knew was that Ahsoka had stepped away from the Jedi Order, right? Mm-hmm. And then we see her in Rebels as Fulcrum. So there's a big gap there.
A big chunk of story we need to be told, and we get it right here. So hands down, this is one of the best Star Wars novels I've read, because we get to see Ahsoka on her own. Normally she's part of an ensemble cast with the Clone Wars or Rebels. Now she's on her own, and she can't use Anakin as a crutch.
Or the Force, really.
Yeah, or her lightsabers.
Yeah, and also in the novel, it deals with the aftermath of the Siege of Mandalore, which at this point we also had not seen. So there are a few contradictions.
Such as Ahsoka's lightsaber colors.
Mm-hmm.
Big controversy there, because in the Siege of Mandalore, as it says in the novel, her lightsabers were green.
Right.
Then, later on in the book, they turn white. But, if you go back to the Clone Wars Season 7, they're blue.
Right, because Anakin gifted them to her and changed the crystals so that they would be blue. And later versions of the novel are actually changed to reflect this change.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. No more controversy. Let's move on. But wait. A couple more little contradictions. Now, in the novel, Ahsoka makes a fake memorial to Rex, and the grave holds another clone buried in Rex's armor. So if anyone ever digs up these clones, he's wearing Rex's armor.
There you
go.
Must
be Captain Rex. Can't really tell them apart because they're all clones. So brilliant move on Ahsoka and Rex's part, thinking things through. And in the book, she leaves both of her lightsabers at the memorial.
Whereas in the Clone Wars episode, she just leaves one. Now, while writing the book, E.K. Johnston was told not to write any action sequences from the Siege of Mandalore because Lucasfilm was already developing Season 7 of the Clone Wars to deal with all of that.
Yeah, they didn't let her know that. They just said, you know what, just leave it there.
Yeah.
We're good.
Exactly.
She was alone. Something she was never meant to be. Her people were tribal, blood and bond, and her ability to use the Force gave her a galaxy of brethren from all species. Even after she left the Jedi Temple, she could feel the others when she wanted to. The ebb and flow of them in the Force around her.
All right, Skywalkers, well, what did you think of the Ahsoka novel? Where does it place in all of the books that you've read so far? Please let us know in the comments below. And now, since it's Monday, we're gonna share some of your comments from the previous week. So make sure you leave those comments because we might pick yours to share.
All right, let's read this first one here from Alan Sanborn, who left a story on the Happy Birthday Howard Chaykin video. He writes, Hey, okay, I have an admission to make. I have never really been a big fan of Howard Chaykin's Star Wars art. That probably has a lot to do with why I didn't get around to reading the first couple of issues of the comic, even though I'd bought them until after the movie came out. I wasn't at the Comic-Con where the poster was sold for $1.75. However, my local comic book store in Westwood Village had a whole stack of them, and they were selling for $5 a piece. Oh my investment opportunity. I didn't much like the artwork, so I only bought one copy. It hung in my room for years, and then half a dozen years or so ago, when money was tight, I sold it on eBay for $2,200. And I felt pretty good about that until I saw what the one in your video sold for. Almost $10,000.
Wow.
We won't tell Alan that again. But all in all, while I'm a little sad not to own it anymore, I certainly made a tidy profit off of it, and I only wished I had bought a dozen. Sorry to hear Howard wasn't so nice to you, but at least I don't feel so guilty about not liking his artwork after all. Alan's got my back.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my gosh. All right, we also have another comment from TNYC, Tasha. And she says, I'm learning new things every day watching this channel. Not only did I not have this phone, I had never even heard of it. This is the R2-D2 cell phone. It would have been nice if it came with a remote control R2-D2 that you could exclusively use the phone to control. Was there ever a C-3PO version? And I think I got a broken nose on that Sarah double smash. Smashing! Oh, I did it twice.
You gotta smash it twice. You gotta be careful of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, Tasha, back then, the phones were not sophisticated enough to control as a remote control, right?
They could hardly send a text.
Yeah, this was like right before the iPhone.
Yeah. And to answer your question, there was never a C-3PO phone.
All right, one more comment from Ryan Christopher on Vector Prime. The death of Chewbacca was sad and totally unnecessary. If they wanted to bump off a main long-term character, there were better options. It was just easier to whack the non-human who didn't speak basic. And for what? He saved Anakin, and after Anakin turned out to be the cooler and more interesting of the Solo kids, they killed him off too. It was a series that lost them a lot of readers, and the one that made me truly happy about the Disney purchase resetting the EU content.
Once again, that's why they had to reboot the whole Star Wars franchise.
Right? Yeah.
Let's bring hashtag save Chewbacca. Well, there you go. Another daily dose of your Star Wars history lesson. If you like this video, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button.
And also, smash the like button. We love that. We love to see those likes climb. It's so much fun.
And leave a comment. As you can tell, we love to read your comments and see what you've learned from our daily Star Wars history lessons.
All right, so that is what happened
Today in Star Wars history.
Join us tomorrow where we find out what happened on October 12th.
May your day be filled with Wookiee hugs
And pixie dust. Do you want to unlock a ton of bonus content? Well, consider supporting us on Patreon and becoming a part of the Skywalking Force like all of these amazing people in our video credits. Star Wars, Marvel, and Disney discussions nearly every week. Check it out with the link in the description below. Become a part of the Skywalking Force.